Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد ولله الأسماء الحسنى فادعوه بها. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لله تعالى 99 اسما من حفظها دخل الجنة. Right, let's move on to number 32, Al-Halim. Al-Halim, the most forbearing one, who has hilm, which means very calm, very collected, very forbearing, almost like so composed that they don't jump to conclusions. That's what usually a Halim person is, someone who's very calculated and very dignified in their patience. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees the whole world doing crazy things. People blaspheming Him, violating His principles, rejecting Him, worshipping the shaitan. But it's so Halim, He still feeds them. He tolerates and tolerates and tolerates. Imagine if He wasn't like that. So Ya Halim, in family disputes, when facing disputes or disagreements within the family, a person may invoke Al-Halim, to seek patience and tolerance, to handle the situation with grace and wisdom. A lot of us mess it up because we're not willing to take it easy and wait to sort it out. We're trying to rush the system. And in many cases, rushing is from the shaitan. And in some cases, taking it easy is from the shaitan. It just depends on the situation. If we keep postponing something good, then that's from the shaitan. But if you rush something and do it haphazardly, we do it recklessly, then that's from shaitan. So shaitan, we call on to Halim. Number 2, professional life, in a work environment where colleagues or superiors are particularly challenging to deal with. But you need that job, you need to stay in there, you need to get through. The going is tough. Ya Halim, Ya Halim, Ya Halim. The committee is a tough committee. But you need to carry on with your work and your service and your khidmah. Or you're doing some kind of welfare work or some kind of other beneficial work, and the people with you just tough to deal with, but you know that you have to work with them because they hold the keys. These are situations. Ya Halim would be a wonderful name to call on to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number 3, raising children. Is there frustration in bringing up children? Is there any frustration in that? Subhanallah. Allah asan kare. Ya Halim, Ya Halim, Ya Halim. During moments of frustration in raising children, particularly during their rebellious phases. Rebellious phases. What is the rebellious phase? What age is that? Teen years. Yeah. What about twos? No, terrible twos. Those are that's just in the sense that it requires us to be patient. Yes, the teething and all of the rest of it. But at least there's no shaitan then. Usually there's nothing shaitani at that time. So it's more of an innocence in that time. Innocent challenge. And then when they get older, then you're worried about the shaitan now. You have to be worried about shaitan, right? Mischievous children, that's understandable. When it's shaitani, then that's even worse. And sometimes a shaitani might come into young ones from older ones. Otherwise, by nature, I don't think the children are shaitani. But sometimes older children, older people might teach them shaitaniya, which means, serious mischief, where it becomes evil. Otherwise, children are not evil at all. They just naturally might have mischief, but they're not evil. Evil is the problem. It's a shaitani. So that's why Ya Halim, to get through that frustration. So many parents, they come in, how do I get through this? They get frustrated. Ya Allah, there's a reward in this. So keep reading Ya Halim, Ya Halim, Ya Halim. Allahu Akbar. Parents might seek the patience of Al-Halim to understand and guide their children without reacting in anger. Personal growth. Someone trying to break a bad habit or instill a good one. Because again, a lot of patience, a lot of regularity and endurance is required in that. Ya Halim, in seeking patience with oneself during this personal journey of growth. Difficult neighbors. Allah protect us from difficult neighbors, because you just can't keep moving, can you? Especially if you bought a house somewhere. اطلب الجار قبل الدار. That's what Arabic statement says. Look at the neighbor before you look at the house. Because you got neighbors that cause you problems. Ya Allah, that's very tough, because you just can't move around too much, can you? Right. So Allah protect us from that. Difficult neighbors, when dealing with challenging neighbors who may cause disturbance or conflicts, one can invoke the patience of Ya Halim to handle the situation peacefully. And number 6, financial strain. Financial strain. During financial hardships, when feeling anxious or desperate, invoking Al-Halim can inspire patience and trust that things will get better. You need to call on to Ya Ghani and Ya Mughni for the wealth to come in. But you need the Ya Halim to deal with the current situation. Persevere at this point. So you can use different names for different stages of that same journey. And of course, then we move on to marital conflicts in times of misunderstandings or disagreements with a spouse. Or in a lot of people, they have this issue where they've got children now together, they've got a toxic relationship, and they feel they just have to carry on. And they don't sort it out. You need to sort it out, Ya Halim as well. Ya Halim, Ya Halim. Seeking the patience of Al-Halim can help in resolving issues calmly and with understanding. Seeking knowledge, when learning or studying, especially the Qur'an or Hadith, one may invoke Ya Halim for patience in understanding and absorbing that knowledge and going through with it. Because any kind of journey for any knowledge is usually going to be tough if you want to get to an advanced level. And we need hilm and that kind of patience to carry on. Social activism, for those advocating for a social cause or justice, when especially they're going to probably face resistance and challenges. Because that's why you're an activist. There's some resistance and challenges. Invoking Al-Halim can provide from them the patience to continue their struggle without feeling defeated, without feeling despondent, and without feeling that they must. Because it's usually the enduring Halim people that usually win. And spiritual journey on the path of spiritual growth, when one struggles with maintaining consistency in acts of worship or feels distant from Allah, seeking for the patience of Halim can help to persevere and preserve and remain steadfast in faith. So that our spiritual journey, our religious journey, we need Ya Halim. We need Ya Halim for that.
With the Rayan Courses subscription, you'll gain immediate access to over 250 hours of exclusive video lessons taught by experienced scholars. Sign up now at rayancourses.com to continue your journey. Your next lesson is waiting.